Welcome to News Today with Universal Parks News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for November 13th, 2021. Florida and Georgia residents can once again receive a second day free with the purchase of a one-day ticket to Universal Orlando Resort. The deal is sponsored by Wendy's and Coca-Cola. Guests must purchase a specially marked beverage from a participating Wendy's restaurant. The couple have a promo code, which guests will enter when purchasing tickets online. The specially marked beverage can be purchased now through December 16th. The promo codes are valid for tickets now through February 4th, 2022, although blackout dates do apply. A valid photo ID proving Florida or Georgia residency will be required at entry. The offer is valid on one day or two-day tickets, which start at $164 each. The 2021 Holiday Tribute Store is opened early at Universal Studios Florida. You can join us for a full photo and video walkthrough tour. This year's Tribute Store features 4 themed rooms. You enter through a barn facade into what appears to be Santa's office. Santa is preparing for the big day. An empty glass of milk sits beside a reindeer harness, complete with jingle bells and a pre-flight checklist for the head elf. Earl the squirrel has apparently branched out into the reindeer food industry as Earl's brand feed is seen. A map of the world shows off Santa's flight plan. A note at the bottom of the map shows Santa had advanced technology, and any area not marked on the map will have gifts delivered via drone. Doors to the side of the entry hall are labeled Reindeer Stables and Reindeer Training. These are team member only doors. It's cute. Photos of the Elf of the Year will line the wall just inside. And around the corner, we enter the first room, Santa's Workshop. A larger-than-life nutcracker figure takes center stage, surrounded by tiny scaffolding, ladders, and paint buckets as the elves work hard to finish the job. Gifts in varying states of completion are around the room, from toys mid-carving to fully wrapped presents. A chalkboard illustrates several toys in the development stage. And Halloween Horror Night fans may recognize the cat from 2018's Tribute Store facade. The store is full of Easter eggs, such as this wooden DeLorean from Back to the Future. There are carved figures of E.T. in his spaceship that could also be spotted. A framed portrait of Santa himself hangs over the mantle, and a workshop schedule for the elves is posted. A book titled Being Your Best Self, with elf in capitals, is on the shelf, and blocks on the top of the shelf spell out tribute. It's hard to capture on camera with the garland in the way, but a train is pushing a small model DeLorean in reference to Back to the Future Part 3. A change up this year is that the treats sold at the Tribute Store are now in the second room rather than the fourth. There are also noticeably fewer options. Posters along the wall when you enter Earl's advertise the world-famous 5-foot squirrel, the world-famous 80-meter acorn, under refurbishment, by the way, and freshly stacked jars of cake, which you'll find in the bakery case. The other side advertises a world-famous 5.5-foot Christmas tree coming soon and more confections. The bakery case and counter are in the corner of the room, and many baked confections are available, including cake jars, whoopie pies, and more. Fresh roasted nuts are for sale at the counter nearby, and Earl has advertisements all around the room. Earl the squirrel even has a squirrel-themed tree. For $6, you can make a wax mold of a reindeer, and the Tribute Store collectible medallions also can be found here. The medallions feature the Grinch, Earl himself, a festive Universal Studios Florida logo, and the Tribute Store facade. To get the rest of the Tribute Store, we have to cut through the employee area of Earl's. Guests can pay to have a character featured on the hallway walls as employees of Earl's Tree Farm. An employee notice board has advisories about benefits, training paperwork, and more. And employee lockers can be seen next to what we suspect is the giant Christmas tree Earl is working on. Inaccessible doors are marked for nut storage, and after a poster for the beautiful Mount Crumpet National Park, we head through a door to the Whoville Sanitation Department. The Grinch is decorated for the holiday, complete with a large photo of Max in his reindeer costume. Another wax mold machine is here, this time with a Christmas tree. The Grinch's sleigh, packed full, is parked inside. And leaving the Grinch's lair, we head into the Great Hall at Hogwarts Castle, which is decorated for the Yule Ball. Icicles hang from practically every surface. You can find all your Harry Potter needs here. A large frozen fireplace has the Hogwarts crest and each of the house crests set in stone. Again, you can watch our full walkthrough of the store right here on our YouTube channel. A plethora of Earl the Squirrel holiday merchandise has arrived at the Port of Entry Christmas shop at Islands of Adventure. It's also in other places now. The merchandise, again, also in the Holiday Tribute Store. A non-branded squirrel plush was also put out with the merchandise for some reason. We found this balsam and pine-scented candle for $20. Earl is prominently featured on the lid. There's a holiday blanket, which is pretty amazing. Earl moving a Christmas tree in his red truck with several Universal Easter eggs around him, including those to Jaws, E.T., Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, all my favorites are on here. It's super cool. You got to check this out on the website for all the references, including Woody Woodpecker's on there too. A blanket costs $60. There's also a pin, a mug, a magnet, a sticker set, ornaments, sweatshirts, drawstring bags, and more. Again, all up on our website for you to view. Did you really visit the Wizarding World of Harry Potter if you didn't try a butterbeer? The answer is obviously no. But earlier this year, Universal Orlando started selling hot butterbeer year-round, along with the regular and frozen varieties. Now that the weather is starting to cool down in Florida, we wanted to share with you a snack hack that'll elevate your hot butterbeer experience. You could add a shot or two of espresso to your hot butterbeer and make your day even more magical. It's a two-step process requiring you to visit both the Wizarding World and a Starbucks in the park. It was a rainy, cold day when we went, so we decided to drop into Diagon Alley and visit the Hopping Pot for a piping hot butterbeer. Since it's typically very hot, we decided to make this our first stop. Because it was raining, we got a lid for our butterbeer, and then we took the butterbeer down to Starbucks. Of course, feel free to have a few sips on your way over since you're going to need some room for the espresso. And after you've acquired your espresso shot, it's time to put it in. This is where the magic begins. The creamy hot beverage blends perfectly with the espresso. It's a delicious way to enjoy a hot butterbeer and also have a little pick-me-up while visiting the parks. More new Jaws merchandise is now available at Universal Studios Florida, in case you were wondering what to get me this year. We found a carabiner key ring, a magnet clip, slim can koozies, and boxer briefs. A carabiner clip has the Amity Island Surf Shop logo. Black nylon webbing connects the carabiner to the key ring for $9. The artwork on the magnet clip shows a bite taken out of a surfboard. The 1975 refers to the film's premiere. A magnetic back allows the clip to be attached to a metal surface. It costs $8. There's also two designs of koozies, a Jaws shark design and an Amity Island surf shop design. Both are now available to fit slim cans. Previously, only regular-sized koozies were available. They cost $8 each. The boxer briefs feature the movie's iconic poster artwork and cost $22. A new machine at the exit of the Bourne Stuntacular in Universal Studios Florida allows you to turn yourself into a secret agent by creating a personalized agent ID. The machine is in the attraction's gift shop. One ID costs $10, but you don't have to pay until after you see the final design and before it prints. First, you enter your name. Then it's time to take your photo. The camera is pointed down so kids can use the machine as well. Adults may have to step back a bit to get in frame. You take 3 photos and then pick your favorite. And after choosing, you will then pay for your ID and it will print. The ID also says the date it was issued, and on the back, the Bourne logo. Nearly 3 hours after the rest of Universal's Islands of Adventure opened on November 11th, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade finally opened. The reason for the closure has not been confirmed, but some team members said it was a massive power outage. As of 11:50 a.m. that day, Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure and the Forbidden Journey rides were both still closed, but eventually they did reopen. It was quite an ordeal. This is one of the most read stories in the history of Universal Parks News Today. Obviously, the Wizarding World, a big reason why people visit. So to have it out of commission for most of the day, obviously a big deal. Halloween may have passed, but the All Hallows Eve boutique at Islands of Adventure is still celebrating. This includes new merchandise inspired by Halloween icons, including a new backpack, a Loungefly mini backpack, in fact, inspired by Chucky. The backpack resembles Chucky's iconic overalls and striped shirt. The overalls are complete with faux buttons and the Good Guys logo on the front pocket. The front pocket has a knife-shaped zipper pull. The back of the bag says, "Want to play?" Bag retails for $82. A Texas tourist was arrested after she was accused of hitting a server in the face at Universal CityWalk's karaoke club, according to Orlando police arrest reports. Amber Garcia and her husband were departing the club, the Rising Star, around 12:35 a.m. when a team member held the elevator open, which prevented the Garcias from immediately leaving, according to the report released Monday from the Orlando Police Department. That's when Garcia's husband started screaming at the team member, who was hard of hearing. A 20-year-old server calmly told the man not to speak to their staff that way, and Garcia's husband got upset and threatened to punch, I can't even say this on here, there's a curse word in here, punch you blank in the face. So the server told the man to leave. As the server escorted them out, it was the wife who attacked instead. Garcia swung and hit the server in the forehead, according to the report. There are no video surveillance of the attack, but another employee witnessed the entire incident and corroborated the details to police. Quote, Amber Garcia was aggressively yelling at the server and progressing within seconds. The husband tried to pull Amber away from the server, and it appeared to make her angrier, the other employee said in the sworn statement. Amber Garcia then swung at the server and hit her on the side of the face. The husband immediately pulled Amber Garcia away from the server and walked outside towards officers. The server wanted to prosecute Garcia. Garcia was arrested on misdemeanor battery charge and pled not guilty last week, according to the Orange Circuit Court records. Garcia and her attorney did not immediately respond to messages we left them. Garcia and her husband aren't allowed back at Universal theme parks, understandably. They were trespassed indefinitely from property. A Christmas village has been constructed near the waterfront at CityWalk. The village is across from the Universal Studios store. Archways are at either end of the walkway, and the archway has a sign for Mistletoe Pines Village and a carved bear statue on one of the supports. There are 3 tent kiosks, each with a different sign. The first one is Holiday Sweets, advertising apples, cookies, and roasted nuts. The next kiosk has a menu of festive flavors food. The menu includes cookie butter Santa puff, a frozen hot cocoa, gingerbread ornament, cookie dough, a Christmas tree, and more. There are also a few covered boxes in the area as well. The final kiosk is custom artwork, advertising custom ornaments and character art. The tent facades look like old village buildings with garland along the roof. This 2-sided kiosk has the same signage on both sides, and the second archway was bare when we visited. Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort has a new refillable souvenir cup for the holidays. There are a multitude of drink packages available with the souvenir cup. 1 day is $9.99, 3 days $15.99, and length of stay $18.49. The cup has a red lid and handle. The cup's artwork features people dressed up for winter and playing in the snow. There's a gingerbread house and a snowman. There's also an ice skating gingerbread man with a bite out of him. Universal Studios Beijing has been covered in its first ever layer of fresh snow. The winter weather has closed the park's outdoor attractions when this happened. This was the first snowfall at Universal Studios Beijing since it opened on September 20th, 2021. Twitter user Rollercoaster Dream shared snowy images of the park, including Hogsmeade and Hogwarts looking great, robed in the fresh snow. The torches on the Jurassic World gate burn brightly in the winter weather, and the Minions seem to be enjoying the snowfall. Rollercoaster Dream has also shared a brief video of Universal Studios Beijing in the snow. It's very charming. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to universalparksnewstoday.com. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Universal Parks News Today on YouTube for more great content, click the bell for notifications, and make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. For UPNT, this is Tom Corliss saying, the future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one. Chomp at your neighbors.
Hold for Mr. Corliss. Hey, Tom.
I've killed Nick Wilde and I'm wearing him on my head for warmth.
Oh! Oh, no!
Mickey is giant. It's time for your favorite. Cups.